we invited you to come here to listen to us what we intended to do. We agreed on the instruments that we were going to use to collect our data. Amendments from you, apart from what we have put in place. Now, we went to the field. We came back from different regions of the country, 6 geopolitical zones. We collected data. Like I said earlier, some of people who responded to our questions, to questionnaires, or that we interviewed, some of them are here, and here are our findings. Yes, African Youth Aspirations Research Projects, the key findings. We featured these 6 highlights. Youthhood, what did the Nigerian young persons consider as youth? Who are youth, according to the Nigerian young persons? They have focused on youth perspectives of dignified and fulfilling work. They have talk of youth aspirations and barriers, according to the youth. The youth resilience and adaptability strategies. There were conclusions and recommendations. From there, we take it to you to make your comments. Now, youthhood. We sought to know what is the conceptualization of youth according to Nigerian young persons, women and men. And here is what we got. In terms of age, 15 to 40 years was considered as age bracket of persons who we consider as youth based on our findings. The talk of agility, having physical strength, ability to do things without necessarily depending on others, was also considered as one attribute of the young person. Then intelligent, politically active, then being a community mobilizer, are other qualities regarded as expectations from somebody that we call a youth. Then they are resourceful, innovative, creative, productive, and adventurous. So all these were considered by the Nigerian youth as characteristics of that person who we considered youth. Then, the Nigerian youth also told us that who are they? Describing themselves, and we are young, we are stronger, and we can easily do things, and we are always active, young, vibrant, and productive. So this is one of the findings that we got from northwest of Nigeria, hearing directly from the young persons. Specifically in Kaduna State, and a woman told us this. Then another person told us, youth are the good young people, and I believe they are the young people that will help our country and help our inspirations. They are the future, they are the tomorrow. Interestingly, the narrative is being changed by the youth that no, what we need today are not necessarily tomorrow. So the young persons are those who have these qualities. Then the people, the young and the vibrant people in the society that you cannot do without them are the young persons, young women and men, according to our findings. They are not just a mere group of people, they are the voice of the society. So this is what we got from the south of the country, especially of River State. Then, young Nigerians voice on youth and youthhood. Then you are supposed to start something to prove yourself as a youth. Just like the senior special assistant of government said earlier. You don't rely heavily all the time on some people, government or agencies. I mean, you or yourself, you can do something. They told us that those who take this initiative could be regarded as youth, and they are the responsible ones according to them. You find something to be doing, even if you are not employed by the government. Be self-employed and be happy. This is what we got from northeast of Nigeria, Bauchi State, according to you. Then young Nigerians also believe that when it comes to the aspect of community, if you are a youth, a young person, a young woman, a young man, should be responsible to express themselves positively, to promote, to contribute to develop our society in which they are by showing good character, good attitude, as this is going to help them to prove that actually they over to Amin to tell us what are his perspective of dignified and fulfilling work. And I hope you have a dignified and fulfilling that same week. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ridwan. I'm Amin, one of the Nigerian Research Associates. So we sought the opinion of the youth on what dignified and fulfilling work meant to them. We presented to the youth 6 indices of dignified and fulfilling work. These indices were well-paid job, secure job free of risk or harm, job with respect for youth, job with respect for religion or ethnicity, job without gender disparity, job convenient for mothers, job acceptable to society, and job that builds disabled confidence. So the youth were asked to rank all these indices of dignified and fulfilling work in order of importance. We found that regardless of whether the youth lives in the rural or in urban, and regardless whether the youth is a male or female, well-paid job ranked first as an index of dignified and fulfilling work. Secure job ranked second. Job free of risk or harm ranked third. Job with respect for youth ranked fourth. And the least ranked index was job that builds disabled confidence. We compare urban youth with rural youth with respect to their definition of a dignified and fulfilling work. And we discovered that well-paid job, secure job free of risk or harm, ranked first, second, and third respectively in urban and in rural. The purple color represents the urban, the rural, while the yellow color represents the urban. But secure job and job free of risk or harm were more preferred by urban youth compared to rural youth. However, job with respect for youth, job with respect for religion or ethnicity, jobs with without gender disparity, and job convenience for mothers were more preferred by youth from rural area compared to the urban area. And we discovered that well-paid job and secure job ranked first and second respectively for young men and for young women. For young men, job with respect for youth ranked top, while for young women, job free of risk or harm ranked third for young women. The least rank index for young men was job convenience for mothers, while the least ranked index for young women was job that builds disabled confidence. Youth expresses their opinion on what they term dignified and fulfilling work. A male youth from Southeast Nigeria stated, a dignified and fulfilling work from our perspective is first of all work that pays for this. Your house rent, your car fueling, good clothes, give you time to also rest, pay you enough to solve your basic problems like family problems, and pay you enough to make you have some savings. Then in that work you are not embarrassed or harassed. Another male youth stated, a fulfilling job for most young men is a job that can pay them well enough to cater for their bills and still have a little more to spend. The opinion of the male youth aligns with that of the female youth. A female youth from the southwest Nigeria stated, dignified and fulfilling work is something that can give young women and men a good life, a good standard of living. They can live in a comfortable place that they can afford to rent the flats of their choice, drive their cars, and stay in a good environment. Another female youth from the northeast Nigeria stated, if I have a good job with good pay, I will gladly go for it. It will be fulfilling for me that way. In addition to a well-paid job, we discovered that youth in Nigeria desire jobs that are honorable, that are reputable, that are prestigious, and are matched with their academic qualification. A female youth from northeast Nigeria stated, a dignified work is any work in proportion to your educational qualification without rule in it. A male youth stated from the southwest Nigeria that a dignified job is a job that you are respected for. In order to be able to access dignified and fulfilling work, we identified 3 major areas of need. Number 1 is funding. Number 2 is training. Number 2 is enabling policies. Youth need funding in the form of provision of capital to be able to start a business or expand already established business. It can also be in cash or in kind. A main youth from northwest Nigeria stated, one needs money to do something really good. If you want to have a farm, you will need money for fertilizer and stuff like that. Another main youth from the northeast stated, finance, because quite several youth come from low-income families. Training is also needed by youth to be able to access dignified and fulfilling work. Training can be informal or formal. A main youth from Southeast Nigeria stated, young people need proper education, proper mentoring, proper structure of internship and industrial training to be able to enhance their productivity. A female youth from the Southeast Nigeria stated that if the NGOs or government can provide seminars for the youth, they should educate them about themselves. Enabling policy. Youth need enabling policies to be able to access dignified and fulfilling work. A main youth from Northeast Nigeria stated, youth need government policies that will greatly reduce their financial burden of achieving education. Enabling policies is particularly important to the physically challenged in Nigeria. One of the physically challenged women we interacted with stated that they are being disadvantaged. In most cases, dignifying and fulfilling work are in favor of the non-physically challenged. The physically challenged people pray that there will be a passage of a bill in Nigeria that will be in their favor so that they too can live a comfortable life. Now we move to results on aspirations and barriers as I invite Mr. Rubin.
Thank you. Aspirations. Every youth has what they want to become in life. What are the aspirations and how are these aspirations threatened by certain barriers and how they are getting through? So, we start to understand what are young women's and men's aspirations about their future, then what are the constraints to the realization of this future. Remember, the focus of this work is youth aspirations and resilience. How are you breaking through? Yes, these are the 7 top success priorities of Nigerian youth. To become financially stable and rich. 52% of Nigerian youth want that. Then to get a good job, 46.7% want that. And those who want to create a good business provide support for the family members. You see, the African mentality, an African culture. I don't want to become rich just like that. I also want to cater for the needs of my siblings other extended family members. Then, you can see almost at the top of the bottom is that I want to become a family person. I want to get married as a woman, I want to get married as a man. So then, the last one is to own properties. So I want to have a mansion here in Ibadan. I have another one in Lagos. I go to Abuja to have another one, so that I don't have any problem with it. So they want to have this. Since this is to secure their future, especially landed properties. So Nigerian youth prefer to have all this. Then, women and men, there are different priorities in what they regarded as a success. But the 7 ones I mentioned are those that combined both of them. For women, get a good job. Men, become financially stable or become rich. You can see this peculiarity now. Then, number 2, provide support to family members, women, that get a good job. That good job, where is it going to? You understand the answer. Become financially stable. Also, that is the 3rd priority of women. This is the ranking of their priorities. So the 3rd priority of women is to become rich financially, but for men, it's number 1. So then, create good business. That's number 3. So business did not cost. COVID-19, Gaskia was not really good for us. Then, I was serving at this place where I worked with the NGO. I stopped going there because I lost almost 70% of what I planted there for the livings. Another young person said, as a youth group, we have a piggery farm, and those people who invested money to that COVID-19 affected them so that up to today, they cannot stand up again. So that's the aftermath of COVID-19. Then, insecurity is a major issue that we all know in Nigeria. And this is what this young woman from Borno State, but who is now living in Bauchi State, told us of her experience. I'm scared to move to my state, that's in Borno. It has been over 8 years now that I have not gone to Borno State. Our elder brother is there. So and she said something that our father left a landed property, acres of land that she could farm. But she could no longer go there because of insecurity. In fact, she told us that their brother would tell her, please don't come. This place is not safe for you. That's how insecurity threatened the aspirations of young Nigerians. Then poor financial capability and weak networking. Now, talk of networking, financial capability, weaken aspirations of young people. Yeah, I was among people who was for road safety. Finance journalists as well, who work. But when there's time for recruitment, in this case, she told us that she was scared. Oh, good girl, you're a good girl, you're a good girl. But network, who you know, affected her aspirations. She could not get a job in the channel. So she lost out. So that is the experience of Nigerian youth for you. So Dr. Aminu, over to you. And Nigerian youth president, our head and amid all these challenges, how do we cope? Thank you very much.
What are the resilience and adaptation strategies we are deploying in order to cope with the economic realities in the country? The following several resilience abilities were measured in this study: perseverance and commitment, positive self-image and optimism, relationship and social support, humor and positive thinking, emotional regulation, spirituality and faith, personal confidence and responsibility. So we determine how Nigerian youth are manifesting this resilience ability. We found that youth in rural and in urban, also youth who are male and female, were able to manifest all these 7 resilience abilities. Comparing urban youth with rural youth, we discovered that with the exception of social relationship and support, urban youths were able to manifest the other 6 resilience capabilities better than the rural youths. But the rural youths had more better social relationship and support compared to urban youths. Comparing young men and young women resilience capability, for all the 7 resilience abilities assessed in this study, we discovered that male youths were better when compared to female youths. Youth voices on commitment and perseverance in the face of difficulty. We found that youth in Nigeria are committed to see that they achieve their goal. They can persevere in the face of difficulty, in the face of many challenges. A male youth from Kaduna stated, like there is this trait of being a youth. They call it resilience. Now, being resilient means you go for it, you work for it. Anyhow it comes, you must still take it that way and keep moving. I tried my best to improve my craft as a youth. Though I had to go on a lot of hunger strike, I kept moving. Another male youth from Lagos stated, the fact that I have a goal that I want to achieve, even though there are challenges, motivated me to go after my goals. So challenging times to youth are seen as an opportunity for learning and growing. We discovered that youth social relationships are very crucial to their resilience. A female youth from northern Nigeria stated, a difficult period connects you with many people. It makes you think of others. It brings people very close to each other, like contributing, assisting, helping, reaching out to others that need you. Another youth from a focus group discussion conducted with the group of the LGBTQ. A youth from there stated that resilience is socializing, working hard, and patience. For me, smart work and strategic thinking. In essence, to be resilient, socialization has to be coupled with other abilities, such as smart work, patience, and strategic thinking. Youth in Nigeria are humorous and they are positively minded. To them, failure is part of the ingredients and stepping stone to greatness. A female youth from North Central Nigeria stated, I have to think outside the box. I just had to tell myself that things were not going to be the same again. So I had to think outside the box in order to survive. Anything can happen anytime. And what will I do to sustain myself for a long while? You need to be prepared for eventualities. Youth in Nigeria are able to regulate their emotions. They are able to recover from losses, from shocks. They are able to overcome their fears, their worries, their anxiety. A female youth from the South stated, I can say that the youth can bounce back from crisis or even start afresh or continue with what they are doing. In the light of the past pandemic, a female youth from North Central stated, I can say that the youth bounced back so quickly. COVID-19 is something that we have never experienced before. For youth to experience this and bounce back again just like nothing happened is something. A male youth stated, I can say for me that I am progressing in the right direction. It might be at a slow pace. I can say that I have recovered and it is moving slowly. I will continue progressing from there. But then, quite all right, we thank God that we are headed in the positive direction. Nigerian youth are confident, they can face difficult situations, they are responsible, and they have come to the realization that skills are important these days. A female youth from the North Central stated that it came to one's realization that you can sit here, apply for a job abroad, and work and get paid. You don't necessarily need to be walking around with CVs. And apart from that, you can do your business, cool business, without carrying your things on your head and going all over. A main youth from the north said that most young men and women now have chosen to look at life more positively and are more willing to explore on their own to see how they can make their lives better. Many are now beginning to understand that even academic qualification may not necessarily be all you need. You need skills these days. This table shows the overall resilience capability of male and female and in urban and in rural. Let's take a look at the mean values. So based on the mean values, we found that male resilience capability is much higher than female resilience capability. And urban youth resilience capability is much higher when compared to youth from the rural areas. Likewise, for adaptability, male youth adaptive capacity is higher compared to male youth, and urban youth adaptive capacity is higher compared to rural youth. Youth voices on their adaptability during difficult times. Youth are taking avenue of entrepreneurship and they are hustling in order to be able to cope with challenging moments. A youth stated that difficult moments change me and I am bold to stand anywhere to face whatever thing. Let me just say that difficult moments has made me stand down. For me, difficult moments changed my mentality. It taught me how to adapt. Another main stated that applying little tricks on entrepreneurship and strategized transport business to delivery business, I was so committed to my business. So another main youth, challenges helped me to think about how to hustle to make money. Through challenges, I gained more experience in life, how to talk, and some other things. We were able to identify 4 major resilience and adaptive strategies that youth are deploying in Nigeria. Number 1 is recourse to digital. Number 2 is recourse to spiritual. Number 2 is recourse to social. While number 4 is recourse to aspirations. We found that the youth in Nigeria, they are exploring online opportunities to ensure that they are able to achieve their aspirations. A main youth from the north stated, now I notice that youth in my environment go more digital. They are mostly into internet businesses. I have seen them around. You have to be inspired to do something. When you want to do something, you have to determine your goals, and surely they will come. Another female youth stated, challenges, as I said earlier, moved me into the online space, and I am more deliberate now about taking my business out there. Number 2 strategies is recourse to the spiritual. The youth has come to the realization that they also need to rely on God for them to be able to achieve their aspirations. The female youth stated, hard work, being prayerful, diligence, and determination are important so that you can achieve a good life. A male youth stated, I think it is the strategy of management. You manage what you have and just pray in God, it will end one day. Youth are exploring social network strategies, entrepreneurship, empowerment, mentorship, multiple streams of income. A main youth from the North Central stated that social network play a vital role in assisting the youth to cope with crisis. Another, a youth from the South stressed the importance of empowerment. We discovered that young women see entrepreneurship as a way to be financially independent of men, having their own jobs and being their own boss. While young men see entrepreneurship as a way to earn more money so that they can cater for family needs. Youth in Nigeria has also come to the realization that a single job is no longer sufficient. There is a need for multiple streams of income. A main use stated multiple streams of income in the sense that you have to try and expand and broaden so that whenever one gets close, the other will still be open. So multiple streams of income are one of the strategies that can be used. And another strategy is mentorship. We also discovered that there is a close relationship between youth aspirations and their motivation. Like a female youth stated that I want to become a microbiologist.
Also our recommendations. Now, I'm adding this youth, as I said earlier, 15 or 40 years, according to the Nigerian youth, not according to us. So it's a time of great energy, creativity, innovations, etc. Again, Nigerian youth also believe that they are highly resilient. They have great capacity to adapt, as we saw during the COVID-19 and other challenges in Nigeria. Also, topmost youth aspirations in Nigerian context is sufficient money, good money. After money, what else? After money, what else? So it's money. So more money. So, but not us from anywhere, but through good job or good businesses to make life basic needs of themselves and cater for their family members and their communities at large. That's simply how generous Nigerian youth are. And the penultimate thing is that COVID-19 brought setbacks. But young Nigerians did what? Bounce back. So that is a message from the Nigerian youth. Yes, we have challenges, but we came back to say that we could face challenges and we defeated the challenges. So top barriers to youth aspirations are insecurity, poor funding, and other challenges. Poor networking, the who you know thing that we have in Nigeria. So this the summary of what was said so far. I call on Dr. Aminu again to present as brief as possible the recommendations.
In the light of the key findings from this study, we are putting forward the following recommendations. Recommendations for pragmatic and strategic action. Number one, this study has been able to establish that what the youth need is just a push in the form of assistance and empowerment from government, donor agency, and NGOs. So we are recommending that development organization intervention should address digital skills acquisition, empowerment for private businesses, agriculture, and job creation, which are crucial to young people's aspirations. Young people in rural areas have relatively limited capabilities and opportunities to adapt to challenges. Therefore, priority should be given to youth from the rural area during intervention programs. Number four, Nigerian young women and men deploy their digital skills as a survival strategy. Therefore, we are recommending that there is a need for provision for opportunities for the acquisition of digital skills by young people as a way of empowering them. Recommendation for policy and practice. Number one, young people in Nigeria ventured into agriculture, small-scale businesses, digital skills acquisition, and survival strategies. In the light of this, government should therefore provide financial assistance for small-scale businesses, agricultural businesses or investment, and the digital industry. Number two, we are recommending that government policies seeking youth empowerment should consider gender norms by giving priority to young women who were more vulnerable during crisis. Number three, young women and men in the rural areas of the country were found to be more vulnerable with limited opportunities and weaker adaptability capacity. Therefore, we are recommending that government policies
and interventions aimed at empowering young people should prioritize rural young people. Thank you for your attention.